wait. Before you reach for your morning coffee, before you eat anything or even check your phone, pause for just a few seconds. Because there is a small mistake that most people make within the first minutes of waking up. And over time, it quietly puts stress on your kidneys, increases inflammation in your body, and accelerates the aging process more than you realize. The surprising part is this: fixing it does not require medication, expensive supplements, or a complicated routine. In fact, with one simple shift in your morning habit, you can support your body's natural repair system, improve hydration at a cellular level, and create a healthier internal environment before your day even begins. My name is Dr. Michael Harris. For over 20 years, I have worked with patients who struggle with low-energy brain fog, joint discomfort, and chronic inflammation. And when I ask them one simple question, what is the first thing you do after waking up? Most of them give the same answer. They drink coffee, they eat breakfast, or they immediately reach for their phone. Very few of them are doing what I am about to share with you today. And that small difference, that overlooked window in the early morning, may be one of the most powerful opportunities your body has to reset and protect itself. In this video, I will show you what is really happening inside your body in those early hours, and how a simple science-supported habit can support your kidneys, reduce inflammation, and prepare your body for deeper repair. And toward the end, I will share something most people completely overlook: how this habit may help support the conditions your body needs for stem cell activity. Now, to understand why this simple habit matters so much, we need to look at what is actually happening inside your body while you sleep. For 6 to 8 hours, your body continues working non-stop, but without a single drop of water coming in. During that time, your kidneys are filtering your blood, your liver is processing toxins, and your lymphatic system is clearing out cellular waste. By the time you wake up, your body is already in a mildly dehydrated state. But that is only part of the story. There is also a very important timing window in the early morning that most people are completely unaware of. Between roughly 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning, your body begins to shift into what we can call a biological activation phase. Your cortisol levels naturally rise to help wake you up. At the same time, your kidneys increase their filtration activity, working harder to remove metabolic waste, excess acids, and byproducts that built up the day before. Think of it like a city's cleanup system running overnight. By the time morning arrives, the trucks are full, and they are ready to unload. But here is the key problem. If your body does not receive the right input at this moment, that entire process becomes less efficient. Without proper hydration, waste removal slows down. Your blood becomes slightly more concentrated. Your cells operate under more stress. And instead of starting the day in a clean, balanced state, your body carries over some of yesterday's burden. This is why what you consume first thing in the morning matters far more than most people think. It is not just about hydration. It is about timing. Because in this short window after waking up, your body is more responsive, more sensitive, and more ready to reset than at any other time of the day. And the way you use that window can either support your body's natural repair process or quietly work against it. So now the question becomes, if this morning window is so important, what should you actually give your body first? Because it is not just about drinking water. It is about giving your body the right kind of input at the right time. And this is where something very simple, yet surprisingly powerful, comes in. Lemon water. Not cold water. Not sugary drinks, not coffee on an empty stomach, but a glass of slightly warm water, combined with fresh lemon juice, consumed within the first minutes after waking up. Now I know what some people think immediately. Lemon is acidic. How can that possibly help the body? But here is where the biology becomes interesting. Even though lemon tastes acidic once it is processed by your body, it has a mild alkalizing effect. This means it helps create a more balanced internal environment, especially in your blood and urine. And this is particularly important for your kidneys. Your kidneys are one of the hardest working organs in your body. Every single day, they filter a massive amount of blood, removing waste, excess minerals, and toxins. But they are also extremely sensitive to hydration levels and mineral balance. As we age, kidney function naturally declines, often without obvious symptoms at first. Instead, what people feel are subtle signs: low energy, poor sleep, brain fog, slight increases in blood pressure. And over time, these small changes begin to add up. This is where lemon water can make a meaningful difference. Lemon contains citrate, a natural compound that helps prevent the buildup of certain minerals in the kidneys. This reduces the risk of crystal formation and supports smoother filtration. At the same time, the gentle hydration from warm water helps your kidneys flush out waste more efficiently, right at the moment when they are most active. So instead of starting your day in a slightly overloaded state, you are helping your body clear, reset, and function more smoothly from the very beginning. And this is only one part of the story, because what lemon water does at the cellular level goes even deeper. But the benefits of this habit go far beyond hydration and kidney support. To really understand its impact, we need to look deeper at what is happening inside your cells. One of the biggest hidden drivers of aging and disease is something called chronic low-grade inflammation. This is not the kind of inflammation you feel when you get injured. It is silent. It builds slowly over time. And many people do not even realize it is happening. Inside your body, there are chemical messengers that control inflammation. When these signals are constantly activated, your body stays in a state of stress. This affects your joints, your heart, your brain, and even the environment surrounding your cells. Now here is where lemon becomes especially interesting. Lemon contains natural plant compounds that help calm these inflammatory signals. Instead of allowing your body to start the day in a reactive, stressed state, it gently shifts things toward balance. At the same time, it influences something equally important: your cellular environment. After hours of sleep, your internal environment tends to lean slightly toward the acidic side. In small amounts, this is normal, but when combined with dehydration and stress, it can create conditions where your cells do not function optimally. What you do in the morning can either improve that environment or make it worse. And this is where another key player comes in: your mitochondria. Mitochondria are often described as the energy factories of your cells. They are responsible for producing the energy your body needs to think, move, and repair itself. But they are also very sensitive to stress, dehydration, and inflammation. When mitochondria are not working efficiently, two things happen. First, your energy levels drop. You feel more fatigued even after rest. Second, your body produces more unstable molecules that can damage cells over time. This creates a cycle: less energy, more stress, and faster aging. But when your body is properly hydrated and when the cellular environment is more balanced, your mitochondria can function more efficiently. And that means cleaner energy production, fewer harmful byproducts, and a system that is better prepared to repair itself. So what may seem like a very simple morning habit is actually influencing some of the most important systems in your body at the deepest level. Now, there is one part of this discussion that requires a bit more care, but it is also one of the most important, and that is the connection between your internal environment and how abnormal cells behave in your body. Let me be very clear. This is not about claiming that a simple habit can cure any disease. That would not be accurate. But what science does show is that the environment inside your body plays a powerful role in how cells function, adapt, and survive. Certain compounds found in lemon have been studied for their effects at the cellular level. One of them supports a natural process called programmed cell death, which is how your body removes damaged or abnormal cells. Another supports antioxidant activity, helping reduce the type of stress that can damage healthy cells over time. There is also an interesting relationship between vitamin C and how certain cells process energy. Some abnormal cells rely heavily on specific fuel pathways, and under certain conditions, this balance can be disrupted in a way that makes it harder for those cells to function normally. But again, this is about supporting a healthier internal environment, not replacing medical treatment. And this leads us to what may be the most fascinating part of all: your body's ability to repair itself. Inside your body, you have special cells, often referred to as your internal repair system. These cells can transform into different types of tissue and help replace what has been damaged over time. The challenge is, as you get older, this repair system becomes less active. The body shifts its priority from repair to survival. But here is what researchers are beginning to understand. These repair processes are highly sensitive to the environment inside your body. When there is too much stress, too much inflammation, or poor hydration, these cells remain inactive. But when the environment becomes more stable, when hydration improves, when oxidative stress is reduced, your body becomes more open to repair. And this is where the timing of the morning becomes so powerful. When you wake up, your body is in a naturally fasted state. It is more responsive, more adaptable, more ready to reset. By giving your body the right input during this window, you are not forcing anything. You are simply creating the conditions your body needs to do what it was designed to do, to repair, to restore, and to function at a higher level over time. Now, let's bring this back to something very practical. Because even with all of this information, the real question is simple. What are you actually doing in those first minutes after you wake up? For many people, the answer is coffee. And while coffee itself is not necessarily harmful, drinking it on an empty stomach right after waking up can push your body in the wrong direction. It can increase cortisol levels even further, making your body feel more stressed. It can also contribute to a more acidic internal environment, especially when your body is already slightly dehydrated. Instead of helping your system reset, it adds more stimulation to a system that is already trying to rebalance itself. That is why this small shift matters. Instead of starting your day with stimulation, you start with support. So here is exactly how to do it. Take a glass of clean, filtered water, about 8 to 12 ounces. Warm it slightly, so it is comfortable to drink, close to body temperature. Then squeeze in the juice of half a fresh lemon. If you want to go one step further, you can add a very small pinch of natural salt. This helps provide trace minerals and supports faster hydration at the cellular level. Drink it slowly, over a few minutes, not all at once. And most importantly, do this within the first 15 minutes after you wake up, before consuming anything else. There is also one small detail many people overlook. Because lemon contains natural acids, it is best to avoid brushing your teeth immediately after drinking it. Give it about 30 minutes, or simply rinse your mouth with plain water first. And consistency is key. This is not about doing it once or twice. The real benefits come from repeating this daily, allowing your body to gradually shift its baseline toward better hydration, lower inflammation, and improved function. It is simple. It is inexpensive. But when done consistently, it can become one of the most powerful foundations for your long-term health. Now, before we finish, I want to share a personal perspective with you. After more than 20 years of working with patients, I have learned something very important. The most powerful changes in health rarely come from complex treatments. They come from small, consistent habits that support the body every single day. And this is one of those habits. It may seem simple, just water and lemon in the morning. But when you understand what is happening inside your body during those early hours, it becomes much more than that. It becomes a way of working with your body instead of against it. Now, I also want to be very clear about something. This habit is not a cure. It is not a replacement for medical care, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have any existing health conditions, especially related to your kidneys, digestive system, or any chronic illness, you should always consult with your healthcare provider before making changes to your routine. What this habit does offer is support. Support for hydration. Support for reducing internal stress. Support for creating a more balanced environment where your body can function more efficiently over time. And in my experience, when you consistently give your body that kind of support, it responds. So tomorrow morning, you have a choice. You can follow the same routine you have always had, or you can take a few minutes to try something different. Something simple, but meaningful. If you found this helpful, take a moment to like this video. It helps more people discover this kind of practical science-based information. And if you want to learn more about simple habits that can support your health as you age, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next video, I will share another morning technique, one that directly supports your nervous system and has been linked to better sleep, improved heart function, and lower stress. You do not want to miss that.